Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Graybeards. My name is Wayne. My good
I'm Bug.
cohort, co-host
Yes.
is Bug.
Yes, sir.
Hope everybody's
Hey,
doing
what's up, Wayne? Hey, good morning, everybody. A little sluggish this morning.
Oh yeah,
Seven,
I know.
seven something in the morning.
Yeah, it's early. I I had to get up early at 5 o'clock, and that's like Sunday. I know I get up early anyways because my dog
Yeah,
has to be up. Got to eat.
right.
You know,
Gotta eat.
on the schedule for because I get up early for work, as you do too. So
Mhm.
she's on my schedule. And
Right.
we've been dog sitting my oldest daughter's dog, and it's a long story. My youngest daughter was here in Sumter, and she's driving back up to Maryland, where she
Oh,
lives.
that's a long ride.
Yeah, well, they just did it like a turn and burn, right?
Hmm.
We got up this morning. They were coming by, and we just met them over at McDonald's there off by the highway, and
Okay.
off my oldest daughter's dog for her. So
Hmm.
So it was an early morning for my my wife was not she's not a she'll get up if she's got somewhere to go. I don't know how
Good.
if she got somewhere she wants to go or something to do, that girl's boom boom up early. She don't have
Right.
a problem with it.
Yeah.
But on a normal, if she don't have to get up, she ain't getting up till later.
Ah, yeah.
Then she don't want to
So,
go
hey,
to sleep. Then, she'll and I was like, whatever. 10
yeah.
o'clock. 10 o'clock. I'm like, I'm ready.
She likes to stay up late or she go to bed early?
I don't know. I don't know if Bernadette is that way or not, but my wife is.
Bernadette, man, she's like Bob, man. She could be Bob's sister. She's
Ready
she, except for she don't
to-
like to get up early though. But she goes to bed early. I'm like, goodness gracious,
yeah.
man. Sun is still up. What you doing? Oh my God. But yeah, she likes to go to bed early, get her beauty
Yeah.
rest. Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Well,
nah, I'm a night owl for the most part.
whatever she's doing, it's working for her. A very beautiful woman.
Yeah.
So don't give her too much grief for going to bed early.
No, I won't do that. I keep sleeping, baby.
Yeah, you keep sleeping. Yeah, it should be good. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's did a little dove hunting yesterday.
Hmm.
I had CHS so bad,
Hmm.
couldn't hit.
CHS.
Yeah, CHS, it's like couldn't hit the shot.
Okay.
Couldn't hit.
Excrement.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. So yeah, it was bad. There
Right.
wasn't as many birds flying either, so I sat there for a long
Yeah.
time on my phone. I was doing the football updates. How's everybody doing?
Yeah.
I know your
Yeah, my team
Bulldogs
did pretty
struggle,
good.
bro.
Yeah, man. That's a concern. With the one, thank God, our buddy, our coworker,
Oh
he's
yeah.
going TDY. So I
That's
ain't
right.
gotta
He'll
worry
be
about it.
yeah, we won't see him all next week.
Yeah.
He's flying out today, as a matter of fact. So
Yeah, he's getting out there. Wish him well. Don't miss him next week. He
yeah.
brings a different flavor to the office
He
environment.
does. He does.
Yeah.
He's a good dude. Um
What? We need to get them bad boys on here, man. We need to get our section on here and just let them so they can get an idea who
who
we
you gonna
talking about.
well well they know how to do teams, but Zoom, I don't know it.
Hmm.
That you're gonna take Bob out of his element and it'd be like TV.
Hey, you know what? I bet you Bob will be an instant success. The price of deer meat.
Out the benefits outweigh the cost of uh,
That's
buying.
the most frugal, one of the most, I mean, the whole section is frugal except for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm the liberal, I guess you can say, when it comes to spending money. At
Well,
least
that's
that's the
because
perception.
you got money to spend. I've been
Yeah,
trying
man,
to
but
tell
how long?
the neighbor here in the trailer park to clean up his mess back here. Is messing up my shot.
Yeah, yeah, I got you. Look like it's a mansion. You look like you're in Yellowstone, man. You got all the trees back there and everything.
Yeah, it does look that.
Acres. Let's see.
Yeah.
Looks good.
Kind of look at the temperature. It's like 75 right now.
Yeah, it's nice. And what weather's starting to change, man. You know, you were saying you was out shooting doves. It was raining a little bit.
Oh yeah,
You know, yeah, we got some rain. I got rained out of my last job down there or something, which I wasn't mad. Um, I did some yards. That was my day. Did the yard work and everything. And the leaves are starting to change, man. I got to switch over with the times, with the season. I got to put the mulching blades on and all that kind of stuff. People want that done. And,
yeah,
but the
Hey,
grass is easier to cut, though. I give it.
yeah. When I used to do that with my buddy, then when the leaves start falling, I call it leaf wrangling, right?
Uh-huh.
Because he had a couple businesses, and he didn't like leaves in the parking lot, so we had to blow all the leaves out of the parking lot, and then we'd
Yeah,
get them all in a line the best we could, and just mulch them up real fine,
yeah,
which is
got it.
okay. I think it was better for the soil. It build, gets that organic
Yes, man.
material back
Yeah,
in there. But some people didn't like it, But it's like
yeah.
you got two choices. You either pay us to haul it off, or you
Mm-hmm.
let
Get
us
them up.
mulch it into the yard. That's
Yeah,
your
yeah,
choice.
yeah. It can suffocate the grass if you don't dethatch or.
Well, we do that. We'd have dethatcher, and we would come through and do that, and
Mhm,
but that's more, you know, it still
mhm.
breaks down into the soil and does.
Yeah, decompose and all that.
Um,
Good fertilizer for the grass.
yeah, we told
So,
one. Well, once you tell them it's going to cut, well, can you bag them up? I said, well, that costs money and a lot of money.
yeah.
Um, no,
Yeah,
who's
man, I'm
that?
gonna say this real quick about the yard. This lady, she asked me, she says, "Hey, how much to do my hedges?" Right? I said $150. She said, "Good Lord, that's a lot of money." I get my brother to do it. So I said, "Well, we can negotiate," but she never responded back. But she got a lot of hedges. And to do hedges, it's a lot of work, what I'm saying, trying to get them shaped up and like looking nice, and then you got to get rid of the debris and all that good stuff. So she was unwilling to pay. So, but it's all good. I'll
Yeah,
uh, I just keep cutting the grass. Maybe I should stop take that off the menu. You know what I'm saying? Taking oysters off the menu. No longer do smoked oysters.
yeah.
It costs too much.
Costs too much
Two
time
times.
and too much time and energy.
Yeah, I'm taking the oysters off the menu, man.
Yeah, that would be a
So
good one.
yeah, so weekend review, man. We started, it was
I
good.
kind
It
of like.
started off good for me because my teams won last weekend. My
Mhm.
Georgia Bulldogs beat the brakes off of somebody,
Yeah,
and uh, and then my Cowboys they won. So I
yeah.
went to work with a great attitude. That was my Monday. I got to pick at a coworker, but his team's losing.
Both of
That
them,
was fun.
both his teams.
Both of his teams lost, so
Sometimes, yeah, is
yeah, so that was
poor Kyle.
fun.
I mean, I feel for Kyle, man. He is so ate up with Kentucky. It just. I mean, he wears Kentucky underwear. He wears,
Yeah.
he's got Kentucky shirts.
I got a Kentucky cat tattoo on his back somewhere. hmm
Who the
But
heck is this? Who's
so
that?
Monday was good, but uneventful. It was pretty much anticipating the
Yeah,
debate. We kind of talked about that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was amped up. My dad called me, "Hey son, you're gonna watch the debate. You need to watch it." Blah blah blah. I've been telling them I'm leaning hard towards the right. You know what I'm saying? Just to be honest with the audience, I don't typically I've been out of the voting arena for all of my life. So I
well,
only got interested in politics all the commotion about the election of Barack Obama. It was historic, first man of color to get elected and all that stuff.
yeah,
But
absolutely. I was excited for that too. I didn't vote for him,
right.
because I one of the reasons I didn't vote for him was the fact that he kept touting all this change,
hmm
and it didn't speak to me, right?
hmm hmm
Um, in as far as change goes, not because of it had nothing to do with color of skin. I didn't. The change he was talking about was causing me more money out of my pocket, right?
Yeah.
Changing all
Hope
the stuff.
and change.
Hope and
I
change
didn't
that.
fully I didn't get the gist of what it was what it was about. What was the hope? What was the change? What was this, like I said, I
But
was out of politics. I just jumped. Hey, it was something new. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? We're gonna have a
well,
different kind of candidate.
he wasn't my candidate. I
Mhm.
didn't vote for him. I'm a conservative,
Right.
and he was talking change and stuff. And to be honest with you, the biggest thing I thought was great about him was he was talking about the Affordable Care Act, right?
Hmm.
Later on he embraced it. They were calling it Obamacare. He embraced that
Hmm. Hmm.
title, but it's the official was the Affordable Care Act. And
Right.
you and I mean, it didn't really affect us much being in the military because our
Yeah.
medical was, you
We
know,
got affordable care.
yeah, our care was, through the military.
Hmm.
Was it some of the best care? No, but it was care.
Yeah.
There's medical stuff
Right.
in that sense. Um,
Hmm.
and personally, I don't think they went as far as they should have with it. They can do a
Yeah.
lot. The government can do a lot, right? They can mandate if you want to do insurance in this company or this country, this is the rules, right? They can do a
Hmm.
lot. Um,
Hmm.
you get me on this tangent about insurance, right?
Yeah.
Whether just because when talking about politics is they need to look at this insuring people in this country, car
Hmm.
insurance for one. You and I both we just recently looking at our car insurance.
Yeah.
I'm 59 years old. Sure, I have a lot of vehicles, but they're all fairly old vehicles. One's 20
Hmm.
years, 18 years old,
Yeah.
16 years, and a I think the one's 7 year old that I insure.
Right.
And they were basically almost doubling my insurance this year
Hmm.
for car insurance. I have no
Right.
accidents, no tickets. Neither one of my wife or I have any of that. And it's like, how do you justify? Where's the justification to double my insurance rate?
And there's no regulation on them guys.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? I don't even know. I don't even know how they go about that.
Oh, it's,
My insurance jumped up. Got a 16-year-old now. She's driving, so it skyrocketed, which I
oh, yeah.
knew it was gonna happen. But shucks, you
I
know.
mean, it was even both when both my girls started driving, my insurance, went up too. But you're adding
Mm-hmm.
another, and I can understand a rate increase for that. The amount is questionable, but I have added another driver, a liability. My vehicles at the time were a lot newer than they are,
Right. Mm-hmm.
and they automatically everything you get in an accident, they automatically airbag deployed. We're going to total
Yeah.
it, you know,
Yeah.
and then they pay it
Yeah.
out. And it's like that's ludicrous. Why?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's crazy. I don't know, but you had success with yours. You got a real good company. They knew their rates were going up from what you was telling me, and they
Yeah,
shopped around for you. I
yeah.
mean,
They called
come
me
on.
up. I was totally gonna. I'll be honest with you. I was totally gonna bite the bullet on the insurance. I would have paid the bill and then go, really? That's how much it really was? Because the wife and I
Hmm.
looked at, they sent us this gibberish, right? The
Right.
plan, right?
Hmm.
Said it was going to be, it did say 4,000, but then below it, it said like $2,800, right?
Right.
And I was like,
Hmm.
oh man, with them, multi discount with my homeowners is with them. And, all
Hmm.
these, you got a good driver and all this stuff. And I saw 2,800. I didn't know,
Hmm.
but I talked to my insurance agent, which I'll give them props there. It's Bynum Insurance there in Sumter, but they're something they merged with somebody assurance or some
Hmm.
Assurance Assurance or whatever.
Right.
Um, and they actually emailed us and said, "Hey, we've noticed this a severe increase in your rate." I
Hmm.
she then we actually ended up calling her. And she was like, "Yeah, I seen this, and I saw your rate increase, and I did it." immediately she said, "Hey, I went. I hope you don't mind. I went and got you some new quotes." And basically, the new quotes going. We were travelers, and I've been very happy with them. For I've been with them for quite some time now, and yeah, we're gonna leave. We're gonna leave them behind and go to Progressive because Progressive
Yeah,
for the same coverages that we have now, it was like $1,600.
yeah. That's awesome, man. I mean, they shop for you.
Hmm.
They welcome your departure. Hey, man, it was good. We've gotten expensive, so go with these guys. What
Well,
a
no,
what a
so not to confuse anybody, they're an insurance broker, right?
oh, okay.
They're not the company. Travelers is
I
not
got you.
they're my insurance agent, right?
I'm tracking.
They have different, I'm sure they get a cut or whatever. Their percentage is
Mhm.
going to be whatever. Um, but either way, they don't want me to go and do the like most people do, just go online and get an insurance quote.
Mhm.
You have no agent to go to and say, hey, whatever, you know.
Yeah.
They're like
I
my
think
advocate, I guess. I don't know. I'm not
most folks
advocating.
don't even know that you can get a insurance broker, so to speak, right? I don't think that's a lot of folks just don't know. They just go out and get insurance and they get robbed. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
I mean,
it's good to get a
yeah.
broker, somebody shop for you.
Well, the thing is I don't understand how they can. I mean, I think last year we were paying, I think 2,200, I think was our insurance. We pay
Mhm.
it annually. A lot of people pay it
Right.
monthly. That I get it. They're on a budget, right?
Yeah, but I bet you if they had an insurance broker, more people would be doing like you. I mean, because you got some really the cost on your insurance is very low. You know what I'm saying? You're talking
But yeah,
two
and it,
thousand some dollars a year. That's great for multiple vehicles,
yeah.
even though they're older, but still, it's 4 or 5 vehicles. You know
But
what I'm saying?
I mean, if you took and added up the value of all four of those vehicles, right?
Hmm.
They're all four of those. If you could go buy all four of the vehicles I have,
Hmm.
it's cheaper than what you paid for your truck 2 years ago.
Yeah, true. But
As
still, got
far
a
as
perfect.
value, I'm talking value wise, right?
I got you. I got you. But shucks, man, I got a long history of being a safe driver. That should count,
It
even
should.
though
Yeah.
it should count a lot. You know what I'm saying? No tickets, no accidents, and all that good stuff. It's like I'm gonna get an insurance broker, Wayne. Thanks, appreciate that.
Hey,
Could have done that a long
I'll
time.
tell you, just go. You tell them, hey, the thing about them is they're going to find you the best rate, right?
Yeah.
You don't
Hmm.
have to do anything. They're going to go and look at all these different companies and they can usually um, tell you this company will get you the best rate,
Okay.
you know?
Well, I tell you what, I don't know if they work on Sundays,
No, I
but if
don't think
not,
so. No,
they
they
probably don't.
work on, they're a Monday through Friday, folks. You
Hey,
call me
next time we come on here, I'm gonna let them know what happened with
I
my
mean,
insurance.
I didn't think we would talk about this on this episode, but it's pretty big. Insurance is a
Yeah,
scam, man. You got to have it. I got it.
the law. Yeah,
I'm not trying to fault people that are in the insurance business. That's their whatever, but um, don't be afraid to shop around, man. I tell you, I used to
yeah.
be with State Farm till I realized, when I moved here, I went to USAA, which was, military, being the USAA. And I love USAA. I think they're a very good company, but they've lost what they originally, you know,
Yeah, yeah.
started
Hey,
out as,
man, they couldn't afford the premiums, man. A lot of stuff is going up, and this kind of transition into what we was going to talk about, the elections and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Um, Inflation, policies that's driving cost up. You know what I'm saying? Everything. One person getting in an accident is like 10 people getting in an accident. You know what I'm saying? So we have to have uninsured motorist coverage on our insurance. So we're paying. We're paying for unsafe drivers, uninsured motorists. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
I mean,
Plus
you can
your
you
own.
you pick the. I mean, I got some of the highest coverage you can get for that they offer for uninsured motorists,
Hmm. Hmm.
and I think that's just and that and I don't know how that is because South Carolina. I mean, people drive illegally all the time. I go to court every month,
Yeah.
and I see it, and it's like, oh my
Yeah.
goodness, you know,
Yeah. Yes. Many
you know,
folks, they're
it's
like, bump that
crazy.
insurance.
People, you
It's
know,
better to
and
pay the fine. You know what I'm saying? I guess it's cheaper to pay the fine. You know what I'm saying? We just pay the damn fine if we get caught.
if they get
Hey, that's
caught,
a South
and
Carolina tactic right there.
yeah, and then they don't even want to pay the fine. You know, it's like,
Yeah.
what I got 30 days, whatever. You know, can't get
Just
blood
keep
from
driving.
can't can't get blood from this turnip.
Hey, that happened to me. I told you about that when I was in England.
Hmm.
They can't hit my car and nothing happened, man. They was just like, well, Mr. Sharp, you can't get blood from a turnip. I'm
Yeah,
like, what? Yeah, I was like, what the heck does that mean?
yeah,
You're not getting anything. That's what it translated into. Your car is totaled and have a great day.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
So yeah, man. So jumping on the election, the
the
debate,
debate.
what you
You got
think?
to talk. Yeah, we got to talk about the
We
debate.
got to talk about it.
Yeah. So what'd
That
you think?
when Kyle first when he got to work Wednesday morning, he asked me what I thought. I think Bob, Kyle and Bob asked. I said, well, I says the way it was set up and everything. Kamala won. She had a whole trio. It was her and the two narrators. I guess that's what they call moderators. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? They fact checked Trump. You know what I'm saying on everything he said. They didn't fact check Kamala. Um, for as the who won, if you're gonna just look at um I would say she won. You know what I'm saying? She did win, but the thing about it, it wasn't fair. It was kind of set up in a certain way. Like one of the co-workers was saying, Trump just kept going down the rabbit hole. I think his policies are way better. You know what I'm saying? We've seen the results of his policies. We saw the lower interest rate, inflation go down. The economy was doing really great, but he got his team need to train him not to go down those rabbit holes.
Yeah.
Stick to the script. Don't do a lot of personal attacks and take your ego out of it. You know what I'm saying? So and we've talked, well, I've had folks talk about the presidential aspect, presenting yourself as being presidential. You know what I'm saying? It didn't matter to me the first time. I thought it was a good tactic. He's just out here blasting mugs, telling their hand
Mhm.
to fall, and you know, he's a good guy if he can stay awake. It was a good tactic. It worked. You know what I'm saying? He
Mhm.
kind of joked his way into making president, and then when he got in office, he did a lot of good things. But for us, this election, this debate, it's you got to change up. You know what I'm saying? I think his policies are great. I personally lean the way he's leaning because I'm a Christian and we have conservative values. You know what I'm saying? We do have some liberal values when it comes to helping the needy, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? That's one
Well,
thing
see,
that Democrats seem to want to do.
well, I think,
But
see, I mean, what you're
go
talking
ahead.
about there, you're talking
Mm-hmm.
about liberal views. As a
Mm-hmm.
conservative, I don't want to see anybody go without anywhere, I don't, if I can help somebody, I'm for helping people. That just because you're a conservative doesn't mean you're, nah, screw them. They're on their own. No, that has nothing that's not what being a conservative is.
You're right,
Oh,
right, and that's the mindset though. A lot of folks do believe that
yeah.
if you're a conservative, you're not gonna help anybody. You
Yeah,
know,
clearly that's not the case, but you're
yeah,
right. A lot of people probably think that way.
yeah,
Because
mhm,
I'm more of a constitutionalist, right? I
yeah,
believe what our founding fathers wrote in the Constitution and the amendments that have been made to it, the Bill of
mhm,
Rights, that has nothing, you know, when you're taking actions that can affect my rights, as an American that are given, God-given
Hmm.
rights through the Constitution and the Bill of
Hmm.
Rights and all that stuff, then we got a problem.
Yeah.
And
And
when
the crazy thing, Wayne, is that both sides believe that they're right, and both sides believe that the other side is violating the Constitution. It's just constant
yeah,
turmoil. Right now we got the inclusion movement. You know what I'm saying? And they feel like, hey, these
I
are
don't,
Americans too.
I don't,
You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
not gonna, yeah, if they want to, if they want to identify as a kangaroo, I'm fine with it, man, whatever. I don't really care, but the problem I get with that is that they want to be retaliatory because I didn't know that that person identified as a kangaroo, whatever. And that's just current, right? It's been going, there's, that they feel they got the right now to out, you've offended me. You should be prosecuted and put in jail or whatever, right? I just that just baffles the shit out of me, but
Yeah.
trying to be
Yeah.
kid friendly. Sorry for the
No, you
I
good.
know.
What
I
you
have some
think? What,
friends that watched and they were like, I want, can I watch it? Is Wayne gonna cuss some more? And I was like, he might because
yeah,
they,
well, the last
they
show
have
was the first time you ever got, use some explicit language.
yeah, I have in the past, and
You
my
usually don't.
apologies to
You
my
usually don't.
audience. You know,
But what you think? What you think about the debate? How did you
um,
feel? Who won?
I'm very
Who's that?
sim. I don't think there was any winners or losers in a debate, to be honest with you. And it depends on
Everybody?
the side of the fence you're on, right?
Yeah.
I will say that I think she did a very good job, which I would expect being a lawyer or
Hmm.
a liar, as you would liar, liar, pants on fire. That she did very good job. I mean, did she sound presidential? No, because she didn't answer any of the damn questions that was asked of her.
That's presidential, right?
She tap danced around everything. And Trump does that too. He sits there and goes off on,
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah.
come on, man, stick to the. If he would have I didn't get to watch it. I mean, it was bedtime for me, but
Right. I stayed up and watched it.
nine
Yeah.
thirty, I'm taking care of the dogs and getting them ready, getting them in their nightly routine, and I got my
Mhm.
nightly routine, and I want to get in bed and read my Bible verses and go to
Mhm.
sleep. At 10 o'clock, I like to be in bed. I
Tracking.
might be laying down and trying to sleep because 5 o'clock comes early.
Right. Yeah.
But I
So
think I don't think she like destroyed him.
mhm.
She threw him some spinner baits and he took it.
He took it and ran.
You know, and I'm sure he knows that. In the heat, he knew he was up. I believe he felt at some point as it was going forward when they started fact checking him.
Mhm.
He knew he was like, this is.
Yeah. It had to be frustrating for him. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I'm sure it
And
was.
I think he was like, hey, what about fact checking her? She's just
Yeah,
saying
he's
whatever.
like, you're gonna, but he didn't even do that. He tried to. He's like, you know what? I'm not going to go there because it's
Mhm.
not going to be. It's not worth it.
Yeah.
I think, though. I think it hurt him. No, I think it just. I have some friends uh, remain nameless, of course, that are.
Mhm.
They're all excited. It's a woman, right? Just
Mhm.
like it's
Mhm.
kind of like the Hillary Clinton,
Mhm.
syndrome. And they're
Yeah.
never Trumpers, and I get that, whatever.
Yeah.
You believe what you want. Sure,
Mhm.
there's things he's said and probably done in his life that I would definitely be against if that
Yeah.
be
Gotcha. Yeah. You've done some things in the personal life and stuff
yeah.
like that. But how much power does the president have? I mean, okay, he got Congress he got to deal with. He got to get these votes. You know what I'm saying? Is he
Mhm.
primarily? When the last time a president really like took charge of the nation, you know what I'm saying? Just had all the support. How often does that happen? You know what I'm saying? And just implement. great policies and put our country on a really good trajectory and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? It seems like they get like 4 years and then it changed. Like whether it's they could be doing really well, but then the numbers in the Congress, Senate, whatever changed, and now they don't have the power, they don't have the support, they can't get anything done. They're pretty much a lame duck.
If you were to ask me that in the sense, well, the last legislation I think that ever got done that was really meaningful and
Mhm.
it needed work as itself was probably the Affordable Care Act. If you were to ask me since then, they have done nothing but crap. Nothing positive has come
Mhm.
out of Congress, the Senate, the
Mhm.
White House in all that time.
Mhm.
And then when they, there was times when both of them, both sides of the fence controlled how the House and the president, and they
Right.
still got nothing done.
It's
Uh,
crazy.
I think uh, I'm I'm a big fan of term limits for the Congress and what it would be. I have no idea. 8 years,
Mhm.
6 years, I have no idea.
Mhm.
We'll leave that to the political experts, if you will.
Mhm.
But when you got people that been in there their 50 years or 40 years or whatever, it's a shame.
It's
And
good and bad in that. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
It's good. It's good and bad. I mean, you got continuity with some of the older guys and some of the folks with longevity. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, too much turnover could be bad and it could be good in some aspects. But I don't know. Like you said, what would the term limits be?
I,
5 terms. You get 5 terms in your that might be. Hey, maybe that's good. I don't
well,
know.
I mean, that's what people got to start looking at. But you know, I touched on this before in the last episode. Again, straight party punching
Hmm.
at the voting polls or is foolish. And if you're doing that, you're a fool.
Hmm.
People
I
don't
got you.
do their research. They're watching, the Communist News Network or MSDNC or Fox or whatever, and they're taking that as you know, the
You
gospel.
know, you tapped into something right there. Because just before we got on, I was watching, listening to rather while I got prepared. Like the news networks, man. That's a big part of this thing, and what they preach to the audience is really huge. I mean, you can just sway
Yeah,
a large audience. You know what I'm saying? With whatever you're saying, there's no maturity. I mean, folks are just saying what they want to say, or whatever their agenda is, whatever they paint it the way they want to paint it. You know, and it, it started out good, freedom of press, right? But you had mature, for the most part, honest folks reporting. But now they in the hey, they done got into politics. You know what
yeah.
I'm saying?
Well, it
And
sells. Well, that's a whole different thing in the 6 minutes or so we have left. So we could
right,
go in a whole different thing. I really don't want to go down that way, but you're right. It's come down to again, it's up to the people, right? The people have the power and
we're gonna lose that freedom, man. We're gonna lose that.
if it isn't already lost, right?
Hmm.
They're working towards this utopia of
Hmm.
socialism that they think is everybody's going to be the same. We're all going to be driving around in our Lamborghinis and living the high life like some celebrity, you know.
Yeah.
That's not going to be the case. The middle class, the people that really, the majority of people in this country that do the work, um, just they need to really look and learn, right? And make a sound choice. Now, do I think Donald Trump is the savior of this country? Hell no. He's more like a he's more like a hair clog in a drain, you know.
But
So
there's a lot of folks that think he is the savior. Or the negative is he can only do 4 years, right?
yeah, and
And he might not get any support from his own party. I mean, they seem like they're joining him. You know what I'm saying?
oh,
But
there's some that aren't. There is a lot of people um, that aren't. But again,
and for as
we got
Kamala
about
is
4 minutes, so
concerned,
you
we try
know
to wrap it up. Before
we
as
could.
Kamala, I'm gonna say this. What was she? I know she was a lawyer, but she was the DA out in California. Is that what she was?
I think so in San
She
Francisco,
never
I
was the
believe.
governor or anything like that.
Yeah, and then she went, huh?
Was
No,
she ever
she
a
was
governor?
no, she was never governor. She was senator. She was a senator, I believe.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know that much about her,
Yeah.
her history other than she was going out with someone that was like 40 years older than her or something. I don't know, or 20 years old. It was funny. There was,
Right.
I seen one where Willie Brown, I think she was dating, and he was won the mayor of San Francisco. I don't know, somewhere out there. And
Yeah.
someone asked her, "Oh, are you his daughter?" And she's laughed, her usual cackle, and no.
That's crazy. Hey, y'all. Let me ask you this question. If you don't feel like you can just pass, you can go plead the fifth. How many women you think would defect and vote for Kamala Harris simply because she's a woman? I shouldn't say defect, but how many you think? Well, yeah, you can say
But
defect. How many conservative women you think would be say, you know what? Us women need to stick together and we need to have a woman up there. We need women empowerment. Do you think does that matter? What you
it
think?
does matter. Absolutely, it does matter because it matters to a lot of women, but most of them aren't conservative, I don't think, but true
Hmm.
conservatives are Republicans. I don't think independents, maybe it matters. Um,
Hmm.
I mean, just face it. I mean, it's a milestone in this country. It's a big feather in the feminist movement to have I'm going to say female as president. Because I don't want to say woman because they can't define a woman, even though we know what a woman is. We all, common
I'm
sense.
a dinosaur, man. It's too late to change me. I'm sorry. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
I'm not
I'm
gonna.
gonna. Hey, just come visit me in
All
jail,
right.
okay?
Yeah.
Just do.
So we got about
I'm
a
gonna keep
minute.
saying more.
Uh, on that note, I think you're right. There's women out there. I know women that are never Trumpers, and they're never Trumpers, Republican, Democrat. Yes, they're going to vote for her just because she's a woman.
Got it. Tracking.
Female. I'm sorry,
Hmm.
female. I don't want to
I'm
offend
gonna
her.
go. I'm gonna
I
go
think she's a
woman.
female. She could be something else. I don't know. Maybe she
I'm gonna.
identifies as a
I'm gonna
cat.
go with woman. They're gonna vote for her because she is a woman.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Yep. You're absolutely
hey,
right.
that's
And it, hey, if that's the way they want, they want to pin one of the most prestigious things in the country, positions wise, is the president figurehead.
mhm.
Hey, so be it.
Gotcha. Well, hey, man, it was good. I know we didn't get a chance to get deep into what we want to get. We just got to Tuesday. So,
I know, right? We didn't really get far. But anyways, hey, thanks for watching, everybody. Please hit the like, subscribe if you haven't, and share this video if you liked our content. I'm gonna close it out. My good friend Bug.
hey, I echo the same sentiment. I appreciate you guys watching. It was a good time talking to Wayne. We kind of kicked the can, and I think our show gonna get better as we get better at staying on target and stuff like that. So don't stop subscribing, don't stop watching and tuning in and liking the videos. We really appreciate it,
Yeah, leave
and
a
looking
comment.
forward. Leave a comment.
All right,
All right,
out
Wayne.
here.